Again! Apparently he spent $2 million plus on this girl, and this is how she reacts to him. Okay? Even if it's an escort, a lot of the times they don't respect you. Okay? Very rarely is do any of these, like, parasocial relationships turn out into anything. And the reason why is because you guys must understand, when you pay women money, right, what ends up happening is you enter what's called like the customer/simp frame, okay? When you come in on the customer/simp frame, what ends up happening is she sees you more as a wallet, okay? Now, can you get laid in this manner? Of course you can. Can you get some intimacy? Of course you can. But you're not going to get her best. You're not going to get a girl that respects you, right, as like a dominant leader, okay? You're not going to get that. And that's what I'm trying to explain to guys. Now, some guys like to, pay for it and get the experience. That's fine. You want to pay for it, get the experience? Fine. But don't dupe yourself and like wife these girls and think, oh yeah, like I am getting her best. No, you're not, dude. No, you're not at all. Okay? You're just not. You have to be very honest with yourself about where you stand in the sexual marketplace when you deal with women like this. If you know you're a guy that has lower SFV, you're fat, you're out of shape, you're a brokey, you look weird, you have a weird tick when you talk, you know what I mean? You have to be honest with yourself and realize, would this girl still be here if I didn't pay her? If the answer is no, adjust accordingly. Adjust accordingly. This guy is spamming the same thing. Yeah, okay. Tyson, enjoy the shout around, bro. An idiot. Anyway, I'll never understand why I go and watch people they don't like. It makes no sense. It's one thing to watch them, like when you're a streamer and you're reacting to them. It's another thing to watch them when you don't like them. Like, what? You don't have anything better to do, bro? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So, anyway, what was I saying? So yeah. So that's basically what it is, man. So you guys need to understand that these girls don't like you. You're chatting with a bot. And quite frankly, I predict that very soon, right? Very, very soon, we are going to see a rise in AI sex robots, AI female companions, and these women are going to be cooked. It's coming, bro. It's coming. There's a demand for it. Women don't like men. I saw Chris Williamson make a post about this earlier today. And I've seen a couple people talk about this study. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys real quick. Right here. Women feel much more negatively towards young men than young men feel about them. 72% of men have a positive view of women. 50% of women have a neutral or negative view of men. 21% of women have an actively negative view of men. Only 7% of men feel the same. For all the talk about manosphere-inspired misogyny, 3 times more women hold a negative view of men than men hold of women. Yeah, the reason why misogyny is highlighted is because it's not acceptable. Misandry is completely socially acceptable. That's why they demonize manosphere stuff or any type of stuff that's red pill content, right? But women absolutely dislike men. Like, that's a fact, okay? And we can see it from the numbers. Most men will simp for and or date most women, but most women would absolutely not date or deal with most men at all. At all. So, not surprised that that's where we are with that one. Not surprised at all. But that's the game, dude. That is the game. That is the game. And guys need to be aware of this. Snow Day, Woe Day, thank you very much for the 5 gifted. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you greatly. So, yeah. And Chris Williamson is like very, he's very cucked, and even he knows this. You know what I mean? He's like a super watered down red pill. He brings all my haters on to criticize me, but never brings on the source, which is very annoying. But what can you do, bro? Bro is terrified of getting canceled, just like a lot of these other YouTubers. So, anyway. So, yeah, bro. Do not, don't be one of these guys that pays for female attention. They're never going to take you seriously or respect you. Whether it's a stripper, your favorite bartender, any of these women. When women are hired guns, what Mystery calls hired guns, okay, they have an incentive to drag you on and lead you on and siphon money from you as long as they can. Because these women know deep down, unless they're escorts, that once they have sex with you, the money is going to stop. Especially bartenders, OnlyFans girls, etc. Right? Unless like that OnlyFans girl like actually smashes her audience, but not many of them do that. But like when it comes to like bartenders, bottle girls, models, any of these chicks, right? They know deep down that if they hook up with you, the money's going to end. So that's why they never do that. So, but if you get like an escort or a prostitute, yeah, she'll hook up with you or whatever, but she's never gonna, you're never gonna get the best out of her. She'll sell you the image that she's your girlfriend, right? And then if you're an idiot, which a lot of these guys are blue-pilled idiots, they take that shit seriously. All right, next thing I want to show you guys is this feminist propaganda here. Check this out. This is what they're pushing out to females nowadays, which is kind of funny to me. On TikTok, brain rot talk.
There you go.
So fucking cringe, bro. These women are literally cat ladies, bro.
Electric shock.
And you know what's funny? It's like she sets up the camera to like multiple times to do this crap. Like what?
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Electric shock and a half. Fucking hell.
There's no one in or
He said that
kind of excited and the jump.
Do you know what? I actually just think I'm gonna have my normal dinner. Wrong way around. I have every night.
So this is what's basically ended up happening, chat. Women now, right, would rather be consistent on TikTok than be consistent to a man. That's what we're getting. This is where we are going, chat. This is what the society that we're building. Right? And a lot of women watch this thinking like, oh yeah, like, it's totally cool to be a cat lady. It's okay. It's okay. And they don't realize that like this right here is going to set them up for perpetual sadness, dude. Perpetual sadness and sorrow. We'll keep going though.
I just get decision fatigue by this time of the day, and it's gonna go with soup.
Bro. Now, here's the scary part here. Shout out to Trey. Women are going to watch this and think that this is acceptable, right? They're going to think like, oh, she's a cat lady. She's having fun. I could be a cat lady too. And it's like, no, dude. No. You're gonna have a bad time. Okay? You're going to have a really bad time. But again, women, it's the blind leading the blind, chat. It really is the blind leading the blind. It really is. This is where we're going in society nowadays. The blind leading the blind, man. The blind leading the blind. And then people wonder why so many women suffer from anxiety, depression, ADD, ADHD, all these new diseases, mental ailments. It is not natural, okay? It is not natural for a woman to be by herself. Women are social creatures, okay? Since women are social creatures, right? They don't do well in isolation. They don't. Right? It's not even good for men, to be honest with y'all. But like, we could tolerate it a lot more. Men can tolerate way more stress than women can. Now, what she's not showing you guys, and I made a whole tweet about this. Shout out to Eddie. What she won't show you is how she cries herself to sleep at night or when Tyrone comes over to smash. She ain't gonna show y'all that. She ain't gonna show y'all that. Right? Probably getting banged by some 21-year-old Nigerian.
Hello,
Speaking of which,
Yeah, 5 call them evil twins. Right high, now we coming in. They ain't wanna let me through the door. I bought them gunners in. He didn't feel the 10, man. Now somebody get him. DDOA is the safest neighborhood. They my man, boy. Lee, where you at? Yeah, I did it. Get Lee in there. Lee! No!
bro. Like, what is going on, bro? Incredible, dude. Incredible, honestly. It really is incredible. And then, like, idiots like Tariq Nasheed like that get mad when we say, yo, we don't want this around, bro. Look, we're very well aware of the fact that it's not all blacks. But it's almost always blacks. Know what I'm saying? These didn't do nothing, bro. That's literally what these guys are. Didn't do nothing. Here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna do some
Hello,
get in a shooting, run from the police. They shoot at the police, and then the police, and then they're like, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, he didn't do nothing. He's a good boy. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing." Someone in here saying racism. You must be new here.
Thank you. Come again.
You must be new here. You must be new here. This guy, he goes, Cello is his name. That's any race. Hey, let me show you a good race. It's also black. It's called the Shadow Realm.
Time to send you to the Shadow Realm. The future is mine.
Since you like black people so much, go have fun with them in the Shadow Realm, another black area.
hello.
Niggas think I got time here to sit there and be like, give a fuck about your opinion. No, we said to the Shadow Realm over here. I have no rights in my chat, okay? Let me be very clear about this. You are second-class citizens. Matter of fact, you guys are third-class citizens because you guys don't even exist in our fucking realm. We send you to the shadow realm. I'm Shao Kahn to you, motherfuckers. I have zero tolerance for re. Okay? Literally, I have zero tolerance for it. If it was up to me, man, I'll put you in concentration camps where you can concentrate on not being. Okay? I'm gonna force you to be able to read one page from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's